What's going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo and welcome to the wacky world of Splatoon. Today we're playing on what is probably my favorite map, Arowana Mall. This one has a gigantic cresting hill in the center of the map that is crucial for victory. If you can win this middle area and dip down into your opponent's end of the map shooting ink from high above, you've got a pretty good chance at victory. I'm going to show you two different matches here that showcase two totally different playstyles, both of which will earn you a crap ton of inky points. I'm limited on what I can show and how much, that's why I'm kind of going fast and jumping straight into the action. I'm rocking the Splatter Shot Jr., which I still think is the best weapon in the game, and using the grenade combo to extend my ink range as much as possible. This first round is all about inciting confrontation and causing as much chaos as possible. Now, you don't get points for kills, but by me dipping into double-digit kills in this round, I am keeping the opponent at bay. Remember, when they're not there, they can't be spreading ink, so even if you don't get points, you're effectively creating points for your team, because when they are not present, the other team that is, your four have a much better chance of spreading their love around the map. Now, we did pick up 2 quick deaths there, but don't worry, payback is in store. I feel like the maps in the full game, while there are only a handful of them, I for some reason thought there were more, but there's actually 5 to start, they are all diverse enough and hold their own strategic implications that I love them. And I think that playing them over and over again really reveals how you might approach each match with a different idea. And I've compared it before to speedruns because I think that your tactics for how you take the map or which areas you focus on to assume a majority of your ink color is very different depending on where you play, in terms of like the different zones you can kind of sneak in and get a bunch of points, the points where everyone is bound to clash, the areas where you want to use your super ability. I think the bubble ability is just, it's so freaking good, especially since it spreads to your opponents. I am just racking up the kills. Look at that one right there. A nice double kill. And towards the end of the match, like 1 or 2 kills can really make or break your team's chance for victory, because if you get a kill at the end and give your team, say 2 kills, and give your team, 4 or 5 seconds where they can, without any contest, go around and just spray orange, like, you're probably gonna win. This is a nice reverse hill climb killage here. I think we pick up all 3. Yeah, that's a triple kill for all 3 of those poor souls trying to swim upstream and take our side of the map. We are downright owning. But what's great about Splatoon is that it's not all about confrontation. You'll see in the next round that I take a totally different style and run into far fewer foes, but with possibly even a greater result. Turf Wars requires a mindset that you may not have previously had to utilize in something like Call of Duty. Sure, you can play it the way I'm using right now, like with all the kills and going for whatnot. Beautiful bubble there to prevent that grenade from taking me out and grabbing a little bit of extra inkage, which maybe we didn't need, but hey, we grabbed almost a 60% victory for the good guys, pushing our score well over the 1,000-point marker. Now, that was pretty successful, 11-3. That's not a bad score. It's a pretty high KDR. You look at the rest of the players, everybody is in like the 3-4 kill range, and I feel like that's where it mainly stays. And there's frankly nothing wrong with that. You can be incredibly successful with fewer kills, fewer confrontations. Let me show you how. Now, this is round 2. Same Arowana Mall map, and yeah, the maps do only switch out every 4 hours, which is kind of annoying, but like I said, by playing them back to back to back, you do build strategies, and you're able to implement, I feel, greater tactical control of the maps than you would if you were swapping over and over and over again. And remember, some very successful multiplayer games have come in with limited map counts, so it's not like the end of the world, and I think by kind of like forcing their limited switchage, that's a nice kill to start off and gives us a huge advantage in this area. We're going to come try to get this guy. I'm out of ink. Hopefully my team can kill him, but what I'm going to show you here is a different idea, which is that even if you could get a kill, you don't have to, because remember, no points gained for killing opponents. So it might be in your best interest, it may behoove you, to get the heck out of there and just find more open area. I've tried both ways, and you can be incredibly successful with either. In fact, you'll see that this round, point-wise, is climbing higher faster than my last round where I was killing everyone, because sometimes everybody is focused on fighting each other and having these epic squid battles that you can kind of creep around and sneak the perimeter and just cover their color as quickly as possible. You know, you get behind them, especially when the other team is making a push, it's very easy for you to rack up a bunch of quick points. We're at not even the midway point, and I'm approaching 400 points. That's crossing 400 before we hit 50% of the match, which is pretty darn good. And you end up running a lot of the same routes, I've found, so maybe that becomes the concern in terms of replayability, is that, hey, you're utilizing the same kind of pathing, but I feel like that's the case with all games. I'm thinking back to like my favorite Call of Duties, and you end up kind of running routes to find opponents and whatnot. That's probably a premature bubble usage, but I was in enemy territory, deep in enemy territory, so I sensed that it would come in need, and it definitely did. See, there's a case where that guy had the advantage. He had the upper, you know, level, and so I was like, I'm not going to mess with you. I'm going to come cover a bunch of ink that your turquoise team, sky blue team, has assumed lately. That's an unfortunate death there, because I was making pretty good progress, and I should have thought about him coming from behind. But remember, my point total and my team's objective is all about spreading our color. It's not about kills. And so even if you're someone that doesn't like Call of Duty, I feel like this game can really appeal to you. It's sort of a shooter like Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare that's able to cross a lot of different boundaries and loop a whole bunch of people in, and I hope it finds success because of that. Even if maybe it looks silly on the exterior, like you're finding a lot of mechanical prowess in a game about squids and octopi and squirting silly paint colors. And I'm also really impressed with the different colors. They kind of mixed up all the time, and I wonder how many colors really are in the game. And it would be pretty easy for them just to palette swap out another color, like just hit that color wheel and pick a new little point to dip into the game. But I've seen like a leprechaun green, some really fun stuff that hasn't been featured in trailers, and I hope that they just kind of go all out with that. Give us like black ink, give us white ink, give us brown ink, give us gold ink. Like, there could be some real cool stuff, especially if they incorporate it into the leveling up and progression system. Like, imagine if you could unlock, like, silver ink or speckled ink. Oh, speckled ink. Like, give me freaking confetti cake ink. That's what I want in this game. Let me know what you guys want to see more of. Hope you enjoyed these 2 rounds on Arowana Mall. I think I'm going to get some rounds on the skate part next, so that's one of my favorite maps as well in this game. Loving this game, loving you guys. Thanks for the support. Hit the thumbs up button if you want more Splatoon action. Let me know what your style is in the comments below. Are you confrontational squid killer, or are you more sneak around and amass as many points as you can? 1308, not a bad score, guys and girls. Not a bad game at all. Until next time, thanks so much for watching. Drink so much, have a fantastic day, and we will see you all later.